Colin Jost is letting everybody know that he's doing fine. I know we've been worried about him because he's been locked up with his wife and
Scarlett Johansson.
Right. So he's locked up in a house with her. You don't know what life is like for him. So we're all worried about him. So he came out today just to let us know they're doing fine. They're getting along. It's only been 4 months. But so far, so good.
What do you mean it's only been 4 months? The rest of us has been in lockdown for a year. Why is it only 4 months for them?
Because they've been married for 4 months.
But they've been living together in lockdown this whole time. They just married for 4 months.
You feel bad for people that are locked in a house or an apartment. It's probably a very small 400 square foot apartment in the city. And you feel bad for people like that are locked up together and they're just married. So they don't know what it's like to be with that person. But right. he wants us to know he's fine.
I don't feel bad for somebody who's locked up with Scarlett Johansson. That seems like a pretty good person to be locked up with. Like, I have no problem with it. Good for her. It's more like I want to hear from her. Is she okay? Because have you noticed, I don't know if you watch SNL or Weekend Update. I love the show. I love Michael Che. I love Colin Jost. I think they're really funny. Mm-hmm. I've noticed that he's got the chipmunk cheeks a little bit more now. So I don't know if it's one of these things where he's like happy, like he's, when you're happy and you start eating more and stuff. So he's got those, I don't know. It's weird. Like I said to my I said to you, my boyfriend, I forget who I talked to.
You get us confused all the time. I understand.
Well, I only talked to 2 people in my life. I talked to you and I talked to him. So I told some guy with a penis. I told some penis that Colin Jost has the chipmunk cheeks now. He's starting to get like that, that the happy fat, like when you start dating and you get like it's like a freshman 15, but it's more like a
no, that's called 50. Being married. And what happens is the minute you say I do, it happens to men and women. See, I've noticed it with women and you've noticed it with men. I do means I do eat lots now. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I've conquered what I'm supposed to conquer. I am now fat bastard.
Right. It's funny you would say that. There was a study that was done just recently where they found that couples who are married, I mean, this is one of these studies you're like, duh, who paid for this? But it is kind of interesting. Couples who are married watch more television than anybody who's single. Like married couples, one of the things that they do together the most is watch television.
Right.
As opposed to single people who are always going out. Not during COVID, but normally. They're always going out and doing stuff and trying to, like, I remember like everybody in New York a couple of years ago was on a dodgeball team. That was the thing. If you were single, you were on a dodgeball team. Because
that's exercise and that's staying in shape. It's like going to a gym. Right. Go around and ask people at a gym, are you married?
Right.
Nobody will be there that's married.
One's right, exactly. Nobody married is at a gym.
Right. I mean, before pandemic, maybe you went to the gym because you want to lose a couple of pounds and you want to look good for summer. But now when there's pandemic and you might get sick, there's no way anybody married is at the gym.
It's so crazy because, like, if you think about the gym, like, okay, I go to spin class and I go to boxing class.
Did.
And there's all these, I did, but whatever.
Right.
In a perfect world, I still do. But it's the gym's closed right now. But all these girls that were there, like all these single girls were there, and they were all like getting in great shape so they can like go to some boxing dating thing or some, they went to like Cycle for Survival, which is like a ride that you do, like the entire city does it to raise money for all this research, like cancer research and just every kind of research you can think of. They raised like $700 million. But it's a pickup thing. It's like people do it because they want to hook up, Mm-hmm. The minute they come in to class with an engagement ring, I say to everyone around, we're not going to be seeing her anymore.
Right. That chair will be
say your goodbyes.
Soon.
She's got she worked hard. Mm-hmm. Her body looks great. She got the ring. That's why she was here. She got that damn ring. Mm-hmm. And now, bye-bye. There goes her gym membership.
Yeah, the guys with the dad bod, it's because they gave up.
But I love the fact that, they've embraced the dad bod. Like, okay, so they've started embracing, women have even been embracing the dad bod and been like that's attractive. Like the guy with the washboard abs who's always like working out and all that stuff. That's those days are long gone. Now everybody wants the dad bod. Like even women in their 30s are like, dad bod, give it to me.
Women don't want the dad bod. That's the only thing left. I mean, they would much rather have the six pack and the body like mine. They would rather be dating somebody with a body like mine. But no, they just give up because they can't find the body like mine anymore.
Right. So they're stuck with the dad bods.
They're just stuck with everybody else who just gave up. And I think everybody has given up. And if you only want to date the six pack guy, there's only like 4 left.
I don't know. I think you're wrong. I think like our attitudes towards physical appearance are really changing. Did you see that? Was it Sports Illustrated and Victoria's Secret? Victoria's Secret now just announced that they have a whole new set of models, and they're just regular women. They're women of size. They're women that are, even if they're skinny, they're not hot, they're not like that hot skinny. They're just skinny, and women of all different sizes and shapes are now modeling for Victoria's Secret. So Sports Illustrated has done it, and now Victoria's Secret is doing it. And I saw it all over Instagram today. People were like, look at this picture. Isn't she beautiful? I wish there was a woman that looks like this when I was a teenager. So and people are embracing it. No one's like, ew.
No, they're trying to do something because nobody's going to Victoria's Secret. They're trying to stay open. They're trying to stay relevant because they're not. They've already gone bankrupt once. Nobody's going to malls. I mean, you're not going to find anybody in a Victoria's Secret.
Well, that's an issue too. But remember like a couple of months ago, I had done those True Hollywood stories.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so one of them was for Brad Pitt. The other was for Victoria's Secret. And the True Hollywood story on Victoria's Secret, I mean, I can't really give too much away. It's coming out in April, that one, and the Brad Pitt one is coming out in March. I'll give you the exact dates in case you want to watch them.
Mm-hmm.
But so the Victoria's Secret one covers that scandal that went on with all the men who were like in charge of Victoria's Secret, the top men, and how they were abusing the models. How they were like, look, you want to be on the cover, you want to be in this magazine, start sucking, bitch, And how terrible they treated these women. And they had no autonomy. And then they shoved them out there. And the women were like, I feel so empowered. And you can tell that it was like Stockholm Syndrome. You could tell they were like Britney Spears with her conservatorship, going out there like pretending like everything's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Victoria's Secret needs to come back from that. And the way they're doing that is like, here's somebody who's a size 15 or 14.
They're not
here's somebody
coming
who's
back.
size 22.
They're not coming back because you can buy that same crap off Amazon. So you're not going in and trying on a bra because you can't go in to try on a bra. I mean, nobody's doing that. And that's the only reason why you went to Victoria's Secret is to put your hand in the 5 for $25 panty pile and get that. And now you can get 5 for $20 on Amazon. So you're not getting.
Why do you know this?
I spent lots of time in Victoria's Secret. I'm always that guy that goes, come on, stop it.
Yeah. But that's a big deal, the Victoria's Secret thing, because as somebody who lived in New York my whole life, there was this one particular place that everybody went to get their bras. And the reason is because there were these old ladies there who would be like, all right, let me see your tits. And you would take them out and they would start like touching. Oh, yeah. They would start like touching them, being like, oh, you're wearing a B cup? Those are C's. What are you talking about? And they would take out the tape and they'd start measuring you and they would give you the perfect bra. And a lot of women in New York were like, I was wearing the wrong bra all this time, but these old ladies feeling me up was the best thing that ever happened to me. And then there's women like me who don't wear bras at all anymore. I've totally given up bras for Lent, and that was Lent like 5 years ago.
Yeah, there's no reason for you at all to go into Victoria's Secret. You're not going to wear something sexy for Joe.
No.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah, if I'm naked, that's sexy enough. Like I'm naked, just that's good enough.
Yeah, and
I'm not getting dressed up for you.
That's a big feat. That doesn't happen that often. So there's no reason, and there's so many people like you now. There's not a reason to go to Victoria's Secret.
Well, yeah. And then there was that study a couple of years ago, that French study that found that if you don't want your breasts to fall over time, don't wear a bra. That women who wear bras are more likely to underwire.
Mm-hmm.
Like fakes your breasts out to think that, I don't know I don't know how the study found this, but it found that wearing a bra was bad for you. So I was like, awesome, more evidence why I don't have to wear a bra anymore.
This is a fake story that you saw on Facebook, and you went, wow, that makes sense, kind of, sort of. So I'm not wearing a bra ever again.
No, Google it. It's science.
It's science. Okay.
It is. It's science. Go ahead and Google it.